Hello my lovelies, and this is Stuart Lloyd from Lloyd of Gamebooks, and I'm just about to start part 2 of Mystic Well. So when we left our heroic adventurer, they had just cleared out the crypts and they had obtained all the best items, such as that flame tongue and the iron sword and the various other things. So I'm just getting kitted out to try the upper levels. So I've got the teleport spell, which will teleport me back to this place because I got the telepad spell from the crypts. And the telepad spell is the location of where the teleport goes. I've also got the iron sword, which is not very imaginatively named, but it's quite a powerful weapon, and it creates maps of the area. I've got Khan's boots and cuirass. I've got the ring of heroism. I've got a ruby necklace that protects and fire. I've got the enchantress that has the 2-step spell. I also have the iron saint, which heals, and the strange key. So actually I'm going to take flame tongue with me. I'm going to see if I can get far enough. Now I'm going to try and do the upper levels as quickly as possible. So there's lots of stuff I'm going to miss out. So I could have got Khan's shield, but I'm going to ignore Khan's shield. There's also something called the Mithril sword, which shoots electricity. And there's also the cornucopia, which provides boosts your food level for a lot of time. So I left here. That path reveals my secret gate. So it's always good to see what's monsters are around. So there's none. Monsters are green. Ah, you can see them down that corridor. But as you can see, is there a dead end? But hang on, according to the map, there is an empty space. So I go through here. There's a red teleporter. So I've teleported somewhere. Where have I teleported to? I'll tell you where I've teleported to. I've teleported to a place that bypasses the corridor. So there's very powerful monsters here. The most annoying thing about this level is most of the monsters have ranged weapons, which is annoying because you're just standing around minding your own business and then you get blasted by a lightning bolt all of a sudden, or you get a fireball in your face. You don't even know where it's coming from. So it's just something to be careful about. The most dangerous creatures are the blue dragons, because they have really powerful electrical attacks, which you can't see coming. And the other dangerous, and also they're just really tough. So I'm already on level 17. Right, that's not a blue dragon electrical attack. That's this is quite a weak creature relatively. I don't know why this bug got there. That's like a level 1 creature and he's hanging around with dragons and things. There's a vampire was after me. Right, that's a magical thing that won't let me through. So as you can see, I've already taken 70 damage. See, and I can't see where they're coming from. So he's all the way over there. Oh, right, it's like an almost invisible creature. The trouble is, this level is also overrun. Oh! I'm just going to get out of the way. I'm going to drink that. See, these blue things are relatively weak. And as you can see, I'm being assaulted at all angles by everything, pretty much. Here comes a fireball. Here comes a monster of fire. It's just a random. Now, do they know I'm there? That one does. As you can see, there's tons of creatures, and they've all got ranged weapons, pretty much, and it's just really annoying. Right, I'm going to conserve my water. The Iron Saint heals. Bam. Nice. 374. Oh no, it's 374 because the Iron Saint also boosts your vitality, your vigour, which boosts your maximum health. Right, so I'm going all the way here. So I'm going to skip. There's a blue dragon, and I'm getting fireballed from some other end. As you can see, blue dragons really knock off the health points. Right, better drink before I get hit by a stray lightning bolt. Right, I'm coming over this end. Why? Why indeed? I am looking for... I don't think it's here. I think it's where that big blob of green is. Some pressure pads that look like circles. I'll get rid of the Twisted Mithril. Twisted Mithril is the second most XP heavy treasure after the Mithril crystal, but there's only one of them. Too slow. Somehow I managed to get one at level 1 and it raised me straight to level 14, but I can't for the life of me remember how. There we go. So I'm trying to open up that corridor. So you see that corridor with the 3 green things. Oh, there we go. There's the pressure pads. Right, there we go. Now let's see if we go back here. I should look at the map. And as you can see, that corridor is opened up. And I need to sort out the thing. Oh, I forget the Twisted Mithril. It's not worth it at this stage. So I've got the pressure pads. So as I said, this level extends for quite a long way in the direction I'm facing, but it is absolutely riddled with monsters that fling ranged weapons at you, and a stray lightning blast from a blue dragon, or just anything pretty much, is enough to finish you. So I do not want to do that for the purposes of this video. It's fun to explore, and there are some nice juicy objects down there, but I don't think it's worth it for the purposes of winning the game. Right, so I'm going to go down this corridor now, where there are going to be some monsters. I should have gone down here first to show you that the bit I'm now on would not have been opened, but I showed you on the map. I might have to head back before I go any further and refill my water. Definitely. I'm just going to head back now. I'll just have to admit defeat on that dude. I'm going to head back and get some water. But I've achieved one objective, and that was to open up that corridor, because then things get really interesting and there's a bit of a puzzle element. But I'll just chat about it while I head back. So the aim is to kill the golden skull. I think you know this, because as you have seen in the first video, you don't get much in the way of introduction. You just get told to choose a character and roll some random stats. But there is a golden skull from another dimension, and he's bad, and he owns this citadel, and I am trying to get to him and kill him, or it, I guess. There's a readme doc for that, and we'll see what happens when I kill him. It's almost as exciting as the ending of Space Assassin. If you know if you're listening because you're a Gamebook fan, then you know how exciting that's going to be. So I'm just heading back. I'm going to show that fireball who's who now. Now that I'm at full strength, power up music, and it's good to get back ASAP because the monsters regenerate on this level, which is another reason why it's really annoying. There are loads of ranged attack monsters with super strength that can deal a lot of damage on this level. Right, here we are. What does it say? See, thou hast reached a maze. Amazing. Right, I'm on the upper level. Some bats are bats and some bats are evil vampires. Right, there's lots of teleporters. If a bat doesn't move, it's a vampire. A vampire wizard as well, no less. Right, so what have we got to deal with here? There's loads of red teleporters. Let's just see what goes on. Oh, where am I? I'm back in the room I started. I'll just go towards this one. Oh, there's a thing that stops me doing things. Right, you've got to work out the puzzle. Now, I've got to go here and then keep going forward. There we go. Right, still a puzzle. Oh, there's a blue helmet over there. And this is how the iron sword comes in handy. Because I can bet my Khan's Cuirass that if I try to just walk across the room, I'm going to get shoved into the teleporter. But as you can see, that doesn't appear on the map. So I'll try again. So it's 2 squares forward and 1 to the right. It's like moving a knight. 2 squares forward and 1 to the right. Not there. So this is where Enchantress comes in handy. Bam! Right. So if you're in an illusionary wall, it just looks dark. I've sidestepped out of the illusionary wall. And now I am here. Oh no, there's a teleporter. As you can see, this wall doesn't seem to show up at all. You are facing walls of death. I will tell you what that means. As you can see here, there is a light green bit. That means there is a monster stuck in a wall. And the monster can't come out of the wall unless you hit it or fireball it, which is why I have brought Flame Tongue with me, because if you fireball a wall, you manage to deal a lot more damage. There you go. Khan's helmet's boosted a lot of my stats. Khan's gear is pretty awesome. Oh, there's a monster coming. Oh yeah. That thing is pretty weak, but it has really damaging attacks. Thankfully, there aren't many around. Right. Now if you look carefully at the compass, as I go along here, it makes me change. It makes me change direction. But actually, this is the one I want. Rings a bell. Because there is a wall, but as you can see, it's an illusionary wall. Looking at my map. The other two, oh no, magic bolt. Good. I've got it. Oh, it's one of those nasty ones. See, he's really shooting my life. See how much life he's taken away. Oh, not over yet. Oh, look, there's some more people. Right. Right, that should let them loose. Oh, blue dragon. See, blue dragons are evil. They really suck up your life. I'm going to Iron Saint this. Doop. Iron Saints are really bad at draining your food and water, so you can't overuse them. Or overuse it, the Iron Saint. But thankfully, I'm not going to. Seeing as I'm skipping most of the fun stuff. Right, so there's a monster stuck in a wall there and a monster not stuck in a wall. As you can see, oh, it's a gassy monster. I was going to show you why I can't just go up to it and swing a sword at it, but I can't, so I'm going to fireball the wall to free it. I don't think fireballing the wall damages it, it just frees it, so I'll get out of the way. It's now free and now I'm within range, so I'll just fireball it. It's not too damaging, it's one of these green goo things from the crypts, so it's a bit out of its depth now because I am way too good for it. I know what it is. There's also that dark green thing is one of those robot things. Come on, robots. The robot things can also make gas, which does more damage because it's a high level creature. Fireballs aren't great against it. Fireballs aren't particularly damaging. I just want to get its attention and make it go down the corridor. So I can swing at it with my paw power thing. There's the angry robot. And it's using its death spell, now it's using its goo. So it uses its poisonous gas while simultaneously using its death spells. Those white misty things are like death spells. They're life draining spells. Which is funny. It's funny that you get the life draining staff and the poisonous staff because in the crypts, right, I've just teleported somewhere. I'll just show you. It says pull to push. It's a message. Right, as you can see, there is a wall I can go through. Right, I need to turn that onto black, and that's already on black because I need to get rid of some pits. Now also, I'll just check with my iron sword. There. I have. So I might as well use this spell now. It's a one-use spell. Bam. Bit like the Iron Saint, drains a lot of food and water. This is a rubescent robe, which is very powerful if you are a wizard, which I am not. So Khan's Curious is better for me. So if different characters get different bonuses from different items of clothing. So if you're the warrior, you better get Khan's gear, right? If you're a thief, if you're a rogue, the elven stuff's pretty good, and the charmed leather and things. If you're a priest, the holy stuff, and if you're a wizard, it's the rubescent stuff. Right, and back. Is that green thing there? You know what, I might just not kill it. I might just go bam. Right, I'm in a corridor. Oh, there's one pit. Or maybe you need a... Maybe I needed to just put that on red, but it's okay because I can enchantress my way over it. Because if there's one pit, I'm not going to teleport just yet. There's a couple of monsters stuck in the walls here. There are some mystic mirrors. I'm just going to... Oh, there's a monster actually wandering around. Oh, he tried to fireball me. Someone tried to fireball someone. And actually, I can heal here with my water. And I'll tell you why, because there's a couple of wells. Oh, this is a tough cookie. My energy is going up pretty slow now, because my food's been drained a little bit by all the healing spells I've been trying to cast. Right, you can take swings at walls with creatures in them, so I'm going to do that. So it casts death spell, so it's either a robot, a vampire, and you'll never know because it's dead, or one of those invisible type things. There's some Mystic Wells. They've got some good booty. Diamond Starlet. And why not? Stick it in. I won't get up a level. Vial of Water. Now let's see if that's... No, it adds 2. Empty vial. Let's see if that does a lot of healing. No, that adds 1. I don't know if someone's idea of a cool joke that they have the most mundane things, but I'll tell you what 2 vials I do have. These ones that just heal you completely. Let's see what's in the other well. The other well's got a very juicy treat. No monsters guarding it. Twisted Mithril, pretty nice. Oh, that's up to level 19. And the Crystal of Life adds 3 to your vitality. Increases your resistance to poison. Well, why not? The Ruby Necklace. So I'm on level 20. I did manage to get up to level 22. Look at that. 460. 460. Health points. The mirrors are just teleporters. They just teleport to the other side. And there we go. Right. Now we're entering the end game. So I'm all stocked up on water. And I'm in a room with a creature that... Oh, hang on. Oh, I was on the same square as the creature. That's why the gas thing, the gas cloud was sort of... Oh, it's dead. Okay, entering the end game now. There's loads of creatures in walls. I just have to go through this massive gauntlet of horrible creatures, including one of these dudes. Right, I can't get within. I need to get to close quarters with it. Some creatures are better in close. You've got to fight them in close quarters. So vampire wizards are 1 because their ranged death spells are worse than their melee attacks, and that guy's another one. He is really fragile. But if you just let him, if you just stand there, he will just fling horrible spells at you day in, day out. Right, I've been blocked. But I know who can help with that. Oh, I need to enchantress my way out of this. There you go, a couple of enchantresses. A couple of 2-step spells. So like I said, I could have had Khan's Shield. Khan's Greaves are around somewhere. I'm not sure if it's on this level, because I can't remember exactly. Oh no, oh no, oh no! So here begins the gauntlet. This is basically just a mishmash of random walls and a load of creatures to cut my way through before I get to the Golden Skull's chamber. I can't really stand anywhere. So this is where the map becomes invaluable, because you can see which walls have creatures in them. So I'm trying to be as unobtrusive as possible, because obviously I want to win as quickly as possible. That was a soften spell. There's a creature here, and BAM! Right, I'm at a risky threshold. The Golden Skull is very much like those green things in terms of its attack. It just flings spells at you continuously. I'm sure I just need to carry on in one direction. Did you see that door? Ah, here's the black stuff. This is a weird creature. Don't know if it's dead yet. It's blinking. Oh no, it's dead. I don't have the energy to deal with it, and there's a nasty creature. There are creatures stuck in the walls. So there's creatures stuck in that wall. And there's a creature stuck in the wall over there. So it's virtually impossible to get attacked. Death wears a golden smile. Oh, you're still in there? Do something then. No, he's dead. I'm going to risk it. I'm just going to take out this dude. Because if I go in there and whatever's in here is still in the wall, he'll be doing that. No, I'm not going to risk it. The thing is, actually, I shouldn't risk it, and I'll tell you for why. Because there is a mystic well very close by. As in, the mystic wells. I just need to go back to the chamber I started at and get the mystic well. Trying to avoid the monsters. No, can't avoid them all though. I've got to use Iron Sight in a pinch. Oh, definitely. I'm just swapping to Iron Saint mode. Maybe I should have taken on the bloody thing. See, my food's getting low, which means my energy's recuperating low, and I'm dangerously close to getting into some kind of vicious cycle here, where I've got to continuously heal, but I can't. I should have been keeping an eye on my compass. So if you get stuck in a gas trap, just sidestep. Oh, I'm back where the bloody skull is. Right. Do you know what? There's a well in here, actually. 490. I've got myself up to level 21. And I've got the teleport spell, so if all goes to badly, then I know what to do. Here he is. I've not thought about doing this. Oh, congratulations, I've defeated the living skull and forced him back into his plane of existence. There we go. Bit of an anticlimax, which you would have known if you'd known about the game Space Assassin, which you kill, well, you don't kill the guy you're going after, you capture him, and it says you drag him from the wall though, which is a big mecha thing. Congratulations. I'll press enter, and that's it. Kind of an anticlimax in the sense that I can just stand by a well and use my healing vial to just restore things, making his attacks completely useless. But there we go. This pile of ash here, which I'm not allowed to go by because of magic, is actually Khan's ashes in these wells here. These mystic moves. I don't know what the create spell does. Oh! It turns into whatever's in your other hand. So next time I do something, I'll do it with a piece of mithril crystal, which, there you go. So you have to enter it from the right. Kind of can't get out unless you have, of course, this. There's the twisted mithril. There's the mithril crystal. So that's probably the best bit of treasure in the game. Let's see if I can get myself up to level 22. So without using most of the treasure, I'm already on level 21, and I used a bit more. I went around hunting for twisted mithril last time and I got to level 22, so it's not really worth it. If you want to be a completist about these things, this game could take a very long time. There's loads to explore. No, level 21. So I could, what I could do, now that I've managed to kill the skull, it doesn't make me more friendly, the monster's more friendly. Oh, there's Khan Ashes. He came to a sad end. He almost achieved his goal of killing the golden skull, but not quite. Well, I hope he's glad that I was wearing his armour when I did it. So if you want to be a completist, there's tons that you can explore. So I could continue this at my leisure with a teleport spell. Doesn't, because I've teleported back with my one-use teleport spell. I'm back where I started. I am starving. All that healing magic has really drained my food supply. The good news is I won't be needing pretty much anything. I'm going to keep the Enchantress because two-step spells are really useful. I'm going to go and get some food. Yeah, so let's see a bit more of the castle. I might do another video where I explore at my leisure, because the monsters don't get any more friendly towards you, but at least now I've got 483 life points, then no one's going to touch me, basically. So, around here somewhere is a food supply. Blam. So this is how you get the iron key if you're playing properly. It's at the end. This whole bit of the castle is all about getting the iron key. And I don't know why with this game, but he just likes leaving tons of clubs and staffs lying around. I think it's just in case it's the first place you see and you can pick it up really quickly. But yeah, there's way more stuff. If you were really a completist, there is a spell called Midasize It. I have no idea why, but that's a silver trunion, it's like a little coin. Doesn't give very much XP, especially when you're on level 21. I think one pushed me over the edge to level 4 at one point, but that's about it. So it turns items into either gold coins, silver trunions, or copper Bismarcks. Gold galleons they're called. So you could do that. So you could turn every item into a gold galleon, because if you get a silver trunion or copper Bismarck, then you just keep going until it becomes gold again. If you are a completist, you can do that, and then you can get loads of XP, or just keep the treasure and stare at it. Because if you're at level 21, if you get the tons of twisted mithril in the upper levels, then you might get onto level 22. Probably, no, you will get on level 22. But otherwise, the rest of the treasure is just completely useless at this level. So you might as well just hoard it somewhere and look at it and say that you're the king of the castle. There is food here somewhere. I'm starving. There we go. The kitchen. Eat or be eaten. There we go. Obviously there's no furniture in this kitchen. There's not much furniture in the castle at all. Blam. So what's in the kitchen? Zolt Cola, which is good, because it means your energy doesn't go down for a bit, so you can do as much swiping and spell casting as you like. meat jerky, creamed ham, a gold galleon for some reason, and some canned beans. So I think the green beans, I think the creamed ham's got the most food value. There we go. Yum, yum, yum. Well, I won't be needing the Iron Saint anymore because nothing is going to pose a big enough threat to me than the Golden Skull, and the Golden Skull is dead. He was pretty much an anticlimax, wasn't he? I mean, he was like one of those green things, except a bit stronger. And what really made it an anticlimax was the fact that I was right next to a well and I had a full healing vial. And I just took a swipe whenever I had the energy to. And he couldn't kill me because I would just be drinking lots of water and absorbing all his blasts. So there we go. Is someone trying to kill me? No. So I'll head back to the garden and then I'll finish the video. So I've managed to complete the game in just under an hour and a half. But as I said, there's tons of stuff to do. So I'm not going to close this game off actually. I think I might just maybe if I've got time come back to it and show you the bits of the castle, which would be fun. You can just do it at your leisure, but I can just do it at my leisure because golden raindrops heal, because I've won the game already. So I'll just have a little store of food. I could store things up. So there we go. So yeah, have a great time, and I will see you soon. Right, I'll just get out of this bit and bye.